it's Nancy with She's Got Yarn. How's everyone doing? And I want to try to turn this down a little and watch it fall out. The phone keeps falling out of the case. What it is the heat has got it kind of warped. Michael's price drop alert. This is not a drill. Easter 60% off. I just left there. All their yarn is 30% off. I think that's okay. I paid $8 for this mystical broken ball band. I broke it actually. This is the mystical Bernat mystical blanket mystical. Is really nice yarn. It's pretty. I've seen it worked up. Actually, there was some of this color in the store. It's really pretty in person. But this is 220 yards, I believe. Yep. 300 grams. 100% polyester. Number 6. 8mm knitting needle, but or crochet hook. But it's so squishy, y'all. It's really nice. I got the other ball band. I busted it. Let's see. Instructions. I guess this blanket is like looks like a almost lattice, Bernat. But what it is, it's clusters of 6 trebles. Interesting. Single crochet. This appears that these clusters are in 3. 2 trebles in the next 3 stitches. Let's see if it says that. That's Spanish. 1, 2, 2. Okay, 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then 1 single crochet in the next chain, and then chain 3. Skip the next 3 chains, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 chains. Repeat, and then the last 5 chains. Okay, then you're going to chain 3 and skip the next 3 chains, single crochet in each of the last 2, turn. And then you're going to chain 1 single crochet in the first, and then 7 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Okay, and then skip the next single crochet and 1 single crochet in the next single crochet and repeat. Interesting. So I thought that was a treble, and it's a double. There's a treble is a T with 2 strikes through it. I always have to look them up, even though actually I do charts better than I do reading. But then again, both help, actually. 4 balls, I only got 2. Makes 1 blanket. It's not a very big blanket either. It's a 44 by 50. Well, while I sit here for almost an hour, I am going to crochet. I did go to Joann's and I got a seafoam color plush. That's the only color that I don't think I have. I have all the colors, but I never bought seafoam, so I bought 2. And I want to go to Ollie's, y'all. I met a lady from England. She's here staying with her son. He's now an American citizen. And I told her, I said, you got beautiful yarn over there. She goes, no, we don't. We don't have yarn. I said, do you know Tracy from Hobie Rocks? She goes, no. And I said, look her up online. I said, she has a yarn shop and she has beautiful yarn. She goes, we do get beautiful yarn. She goes, they have so many knots. I don't know how true that is. But she was a sweet lady. Then her daughter came out, and I told her daughter about Ollie's, and she was going to take her over to Ollie's and see if they had any yarn here. I haven't been to the one here in Gainesville. I want to go to the one in Ocala. I don't really need to go. Yesterday, my dad goes. It was funny. I had to go to the house. I had a box of Premier at the gate. Anyways, they went out to dinner, and I think I left and I didn't come back and tell them where I was going, which I shouldn't have to. But anyways, it would be just kind of nice of me. I figured they'd be there. They weren't there. So anyways, they went out to dinner, and I told my dad, he goes, you gonna leave that yarn in your camper? I said, no, Dad, I'm just gonna show it on video. No, I have Ollie's in my camper right now. I went to get some stuffing today, and there wasn't any at Joann's. Actually, I need to go back by Michael's and get. I really should just go to house. No, wait, I have a pillow. I have a pillow that I'm pulling stuffing out of that's in the camper. I just remembered that. Never mind. Never mind. So I brought this project. This is going to be my car project. I leave it in the car. Because it's only one ball. So I'll probably bring it in the doctor's office. It's so pretty. It's the marshmallow kisses, but it's so pretty in this yarn. I want to do white, but I don't have any white, so I should have got some loops and thread white. That's okay. It's all good. At a corner. Let's not screw up. That's where I keep making mistakes, is the corner. I keep forgetting it's a corner. Yeah, I need stitch markers, and I whoops. Lost my yarn. Stitch markers. I might have some in that bag. There were some in there. Y'all, last night I pulled into Taco Bell. Brindley wanted me to get her something. I pulled in there, made an order, it pulled up, and I didn't have my wallet with me. It was in my yarn bag, and I forgot it. It isn't now. No, I got stitch markers. I'm a clever girl. I need 4 of them. Just so I don't mess up. I think that's the only thing I buy from Hobby Lobby anymore is stitch markers. They have beautiful yarn. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's just like some people love Hirschner's, you know. I get on Hirschner's and it's like I've purchased most of the yarn that they have. I like to hit their really good sales. Okay, I got stitch markers on every end. But I love this pattern. Oh, I shared this pattern with Sherry at Dr. Bennett. She liked it. And we got so busy with Maverick, I forgot to send it to her. The link. I gotta get her cell phone. I used to have her cell phone. I probably have it in my phone. I just don't have her name in my phone. It's probably one of those that this may be, you know. There's so much pollen, y'all. There's pollen on this thing. There's 2 trees that I'm sitting under. One is really bad and it hasn't dropped much pollen. The other one's shedding really bad. The top of my camper has got a lot of pollen, and I noticed that there's brown spots from the rain. It's stained, so I need to get up there and bleach it, clean it off. getting sleepy. Y'all, I know a lot of you are like, turn the air on, turn the air on. I was okay. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me to get hot, but I'll turn the air on tonight. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I won't have to. I'll just do my video in my car. I mean, today's not all that eventful. I got up this morning and turned Sadie out. We played ball for a little bit. I couldn't find the ball thrower. And so I was throwing it, and she, for some reason, she won't bring it back to me without the blue ball, without seeing the ball slinger. So, anyways, I threw a couple balls to her, and I got tired of chasing them. So I came back in, and then we went over to my mom and dad's, and my dad fixed me a bacon sandwich. I brought grape jelly home. I love it with grape jelly. And then on toast. And then I went outside and I finished potting those palm trees, those mini peewee palm trees. And I think they're pygmy, I think. They got some sharp prongs on them. If you approach the plant at the wrong angle, it will hurt. But I finished potting those in the bigger pots. I transplanted them in, I put them in a bigger pot because they were root bound. And then I just organized everything nicely. It looks a lot neater. And then I blew off the driveway, the pollen off the driveway. I just cleaned up outside. It makes my dad happy. And I guess me and my dogs are tracking in a lot of dirt in the house. Before I left, well, after I cleaned the driveway off and everything, I went over to my mom's and I bathed 2 of her dogs because she can't bend over, and with medication, shampoo. Darla keeps chewing. She rubs her back underneath the dining room chairs, and so she rubs her hair off. That's why she always has pajamas on. If you guys notice, she's always wearing pajamas. She's got some type of skin condition, and I think she's allergic to fleas. And I found a couple fleas on one of the dogs, so that could be part of the problem. But, you know, it costs money. Every time you go to the vet, you might as well expect to spend $200 to $300. Doesn't cost that much when you go to a real doctor here, a human doctor. I will say that I missed Dr. Bennett this last time. Mavericks, I don't know. I haven't seen any progress, really. Not last night, but we'll give it some time. Get him on, you know, regimen, on a regular regimen, and hopefully I'll get that. Maybe he can move a little bit better. The thing about that new medicine, I can't remember the name of it. Let me see if I have that piece of paper in my purse. I can put paper in my purse and my purse eat it. It disappears. she asked me, she want this? I said, of course. I save them all. It's not in here, dang it. What's this? Michael's. Lowe's. Yeah, receipts I don't need, I have. Piece of paper I need, I don't have. It's not in there. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. Let's look at my wallet. Look at my wallet. Cross your fingers. No, it's not here. Where is it? There's the receipt. There it is. Now, what did I do with it? There's both of his receipts. My foot's stuck. No, my knee's been bothering me. So that little piece of paper, she wrote the name of the medication. Do you think I can find it? No. What could it be? It should be with the receipts here, and they're not. But Brinley was in that seat yesterday. I forgot what they call it. But anyways, it's an injection. I was going to give you the name of it. Maybe it's in here. Yep, it is. It's in my yarn bag. I didn't carry my purse and I carried my yarn bag in there. It's called Librela. It's $178 for him. Once a month. But now we got him on Vetprofen. 100 milligrams twice a day. And then she wanted to put him on gabapentin. I was going to try it without the gabapentin. I have some at the house. I told her I would. Let me see how much I have. I didn't want to buy the meds there, to be quite honest. Thank you for your order and auto ship enrollment, Nancy. Your order has been placed. Oh, that's for her. This is Sadie. $196 every 6 months. So, I got my angel, and I'm going to put her up here. I haven't figured out how I'm going to hang her. There we go. Get my hair off of it. So, getting back to Maverick. So, we're going to try the metformin first. I don't know. I want to talk to Tim about it. I mean, I can give it to Maverick without Tim. I'm just talking about I want the family to absorb some of the costs, not just me. past another corner. Y'all can see what I'm doing. Sorry. Such a pretty yarn. This is that retro yarn by Red Heart. Parking lot's getting full. My appointment's, I think, in 15 minutes. I'm gonna double check here in a second. But I also want to show you what I got from Joann's. My brother gave me a, I think is it called bonsai plant? It's an air plant. It's a big round ball. Anyways, the thing was huge. You could not put it in. It was so wide you couldn't fit it in my door. So I asked my mom and dad, you know, they have the farm, you know, they got a barn they could put it under during the holidays. They got giant oak trees they could hang it under. And during the winter, I had to bring it inside, and I couldn't get it in my house. And I didn't even have a barn. So I gave it to my mom and dad. It's huge. Like, it's probably $1,000 plant, you know, if somebody were to buy it at the time. Freaking, it's as wide as my truck. That's how big it was. Well, it's still big, but squirrels have eaten a giant hole in the middle of it, so it's like it's still alive on the outside. You can tell it's struggling from the winter, but it could come back. But anyways, I bought, you know, that brown stuff that they lay in baskets. Anyways, I bought that, two rolls from Joann's to help. I bought the pita moss, so that will help hold the pita moss in. I think that is a form of pita moss, but it comes out in a roll. I bought the loose pita moss to put in the plant to stuff the giant hole that the squirrels ate out of. I want to try to get this thing back to life. And then you put bananas in it. You know, it loves bananas, but we'll see. It's sick. It's real sick this year. And it's because my parents have been sick. You know, they haven't been well enough to give it the love that the plant used to get, the TLC. Like, he would take his tractor with the front end loader and move it into the barn out of the weather in the winter. Well, they haven't done that. And I said something to him before the winter. I was like, are you going to put that under cover? He goes, it'll come back. It comes back every year. So, you know, I get it when you don't feel good. You pick and choose your battles of things you want to really take good care of. I mean, he takes care of a lot of stuff. He has the baby peacocks. They're not babies anymore. I call them teenagers. And his goldfish. You know, I was talking to him about, his goldfish. I said, Dad, do you remember when I moved away? I had a boyfriend all through high school anyways. We broke up and we had a goldfish tank together, and they were the big fantail. Well, I went out, I took my goldfish, because I moved far away, I moved down south. I took my goldfish and I threw them in the horse trough at my dad's farm, and they got huge because they grow with their environment. My dad, I was talking to him about it. I go, yeah, those were my goldfish. You remember when me and Mike split up? And he goes, well, those fish were so huge. He says they ended up at the University of Florida. They were so intrigued by the size of them. Anyways, they were in a tank in their waiting room. Isn't that funny? I'm not crazy about them anymore. What they did to Sadie? Yeah. I'm so upset by it. I almost want to hire an attorney. But what can I prove? You know? make them pay for her to have full rehabilitation. They traumatized her. It was awful. Anyways, I gotta go. It's 2 o'clock. I love you all. Mwah. I'll see you later.